I was saying, you guys should leave these calipers on to clean them, alright? Clean it real good while they're on so they're sturdy, and then when they're clean, then you take them off and do what you gotta do, alright? And come off this, when you see, look at your rotors, just get a little screwdriver and pry each little teeth up. It'll come up, and then we can do just screw it off so you can retain the clip to put it back on. It's not really needed, but sometimes I like to try to put it back to the way the manufacturer did it when they came out with the car. I'm going to clean this real good, and also I'm going to use a little sandpaper to scuff this up a little bit, so when I paint it, the paint will adhere to it real nicely. So don't be scared to get a little sandpaper and clean it off real good. When I get this off, I'll clean this off by hand. You got to be concerned with. You're going to take this off, and you have to brace this little bolt right here. Alright, just use a little wrench just to hold it so it doesn't spin, and just take this off. Alright, and when it does come out, it's a short bolt. There's two of them, one here and one below it. Alright, I'm not going to bother showing it because it's really, once you get underneath it, you'll see it. Alright, use a little screwdriver to help pry it up off of the brakes, and you can see it'll start coming off. Alright, again, took out the screw from up here, and there's another one right down here. Those screws are gone. Alright, so now I'm going to take the caliper off, and then take off the, I guess it's the rotor brace that has to come off next. Got a bungee cord holding it up. It's pretty heavy, so be careful, guys. As you can see, here's a brake holders. Here's the brakes here exposed. Now again, to take this off, there's two screws. I don't know if I can be able to see it with this, but there's two screws back here that I have to remove this. I think this is one of them, and as I was saying, there's another screw someplace back here. I can't really see. Someplace back here that I have to remove this whole thing. So I'm going to be removing this whole thing, cleaning it off, and painting it a nice flat black. Alright? Alright guys, I got it off. Now, I got to warn you guys, to take the screws off of here with these bolts, they're very, very tight. Alright? I have to use a mallet and a wrench. Make sure you get one that's tight around the bolt, because you don't want to strip your bolts. Alright? And they come off of here. It's very tight. I had to whack it a few times to to break the tension on it. Alright? So these bolts will come out of here in the back. They're very tight. So throw some lubricant on it. Get you a nice wrench with some good teeth on it so it doesn't flip. And get you a mallet and start wailing at your wrench to break the tension on that. Once you get it broken, then it'll come off pretty good. All right, and all right. So now, as you see now, again, make sure you have a hammer. All right, because to get this off, if it's seized on it, you're gonna have to use a little persuasion. Get behind it, use a towel, and bang it, so it'll come right off. As you see, it's loose now. So, alright, don't be afraid. Get a hammer, and bang that sucker off. That took off. Here's the new one I'm put on. Alright, better stopping power. It looks a whole lot better. So before, and this will be after. And again, before you put it on, I'm gonna clean all this rust off to help next time you ever have to take it off, it doesn't get seized. So the rust got to sand that all off. Alright, but this hound's looking. So what I did, I sanded pretty good. I used this brake cleaner. Make sure you clean this all off, get all that rust off. Alright, what I like to do also, I like to hit it with a WD-40, and I might put a little coat of oil around this, because you see rust gets all on there. And if you ever have to take that caliper off, you don't want to come back next time it's be seized. So again, I'll just put like a little coat of oil there. Not too much, just enough so it prevent the corrosion. Also, to let you know, I put tape around the hose with the screws. Try to avoid any paint getting in there, because you don't want any problems when you're trying to put your screws back in. Alright, so right now it's all cleaned. I shot out some brake cleaner, get off the dust, and now I'm gonna hit it with some paint. Alright, here it is. After nice and black flat color. Looks a lot better. It's gonna look nice when it's get up on the background of the rotor. Alright, so let me take the tape off and head to process number 2. Here's the knuckle, and here's the pads inside the knuckle. Looks pretty good, I must say. Alright, that's how it looks from that end. So, moving on. Now, I have to go tackle the caliper now. The finished product. Let's see, it came out pretty good. I recommend you guys use a bungee cord because it's easier to maneuver it and move it around when you gotta try to paint in certain areas. Alright. Painting inside, I did it for the back. I'm not gonna do it for this one. That's pretty much it, guys. It's looking good so far. I'm gonna let it dry for a little longer, then I'm gonna start this. Remember, you gotta retract your pistons. This is a 2-piston caliper, so I had to get one of these tools here. It's about $8 from Pet Boys. You set it up in here. You put a pad on over here to push the pad to put the pistons in. So I didn't record that. If there's a lot of other videos on YouTube that show you how to make sure push the piston back in. So again, it's just a little tool here. Very good tool. Good to keep in your toolbox for you guys who wants to do your own brakes. Again, after doing this is my third one. The 2 real ones. Very easy. I will never take my part to get brake service. I'll do it myself. Save a lot of money. Okay, I got the rotor on. It just simply looks like a long socket. Push that retainer clip back on. I just used it. Pretty much just bang it in, and I'll get that on. So the rotor's on now. That's step 1 of reassembling it. All right, I got the knuckle on with the rotor, along with the pads. As you can see, it's looking pretty good. Alright. I just got to button it up a little tighter. Guys, there it is. Well done. Rotor, knuckle, caliper. It was real good. Alright. The hot red for the caliper. I got a flat finish for the knuckle. And a nice black caliper. Looking real nice. So I'm going to put up the wheels on it. It's going to look real tight. And that's to it. Take your time. Take your time. Take your time with the painting. You know, put multiple coats. I'll probably put one more coat on this before I button it up. But it looks pretty good. Nice hot gloss. This is for a 06 Dodge Magnum. Of course, with the Hemi engine. Gotta have that stopping power.
Girl, I wanna put it on you. You know I'm feeling your style. I wanna get with you. Don't be scared, roll with me. Take my hand, baby, you gon' see.
Boy, go ahead and put it on me. I see you feeling my style. You know I feel you too. I ain't scared, boy, it's cool. Take my hand, I'ma roll with you.
When I see you, you had me pulling to the side of the curb. I was sitting, waiting, patient, hoping I get the nerve to holler at you. Cause I know that you tired of hers, but got an appetite for love that I've been dying to serve. And your style is one that I admire for sure. But the thought of you being alone is highly absurd. Mommy, I find you different from a lot of them birds. The kid feel you so much I can't describe it in words. And I swear there ain't nothing as fine as them curves. So sick if I ever try to ride on my swerve. And all she gotta do is ask, and she got it, it's hers. Either the Benz or the Lex, whatever ride she prefers. See, I know them other dudes probably wildin' for real, but I feel that I'm the type who keep a smile on your grill. Girl, you got me fiending to beat up the 9 for real. I hate to sound blunt, but I can't deny what I feel is real.
Girl, I wanna put it on you. You know I'm feeling your style. I wanna get with you. Wanna get with